Welcome to How Not to Souls, Jron here, and today we are looking at a Dex Intelligence build from Dark Souls 3, which was a pretty standardly fun build. You're not doing any sorts of crazy amounts of damage, but you're doing decent damage, and I guarantee you'll have a fun time with the weapons that I chose, and whatever weapons you choose. Mind you, Dex weapons standardly, and we have a couple of intelligence weapons that fit the bill pretty well. I'd say it'd be good for PvE and good for PvP. So let's take a dive in and take a look at our stat block at a 122, but this was done at 120. Just the 2 extra levels ended up happening. I'm not going to complain. But Kira Knightley had a 30 vigor for a decent amount of health. 20 attunement so we can get 3 spell slots and a decent amount of FP. 30 endurance, so we can swing the weapons we need to swing. 12 vitality, so we could wear the armor and wield the weapons that we could with the equip load that we could handle. 18 strength for weapon requirements. 35 dex to get the main aspect of what dex could be. 52 intelligence, which the extra 2 points from the 122 went to there, so really a 50 intelligence will this would end. Then you can put those other 2 stat points wherever you want, so we can get our main damage points being on the intelligence base. You could flip around dex and the intelligence side of it, but I felt like we got more out of the intelligence side of it. 7 faith and 12 luck, both which are base. For our weaponry we used, well, you guys, you can see we have the Great Sword of Judgment, which balances out better for a quality build, but I think it worked out pretty well. For what we were doing on damage-wise, we're at a 572 unbuffed, but if we buff it, that jumps up to a 652. Not bad. I wouldn't say you're breaking any barriers there, but you're doing above average damage, what you would be doing for this. I'd say it's pretty good. What else? Crystal Dagger for our crits. The Aquamarine Dagger, I think, would be a better PvP option, just because we had other weapons that did better damage. And plus, it's like a little mini lightsaber. That's kind of fun, right? A Crystal Lothric Sword, which I thought was really good, but I paired it with the Magic Clutch Ring to give it that little extra boost of damage, and I thought that really shined right there. Sharp Astora Greatsword, which was amazing. I thought it was really good once you buffed it with Crystal Magic Weapon or a Great Magic Weapon. This was probably my main once we got it, the Sharp Karthus Greatsword, which, as you can see right now, if you add up, if you look at the damage we're doing with our Sharp Karthus Greatsword, it's 477, well, one-handed, two-handed 488, but given Crystal Magic Weapon buff, we got 685. That's pretty good for what we were doing. That's pretty good. And the Sharp Astora Greatsword did even more than that. Hit over 700, which was awesome. And then Sharp Crow Quills, because we never finished that. I just noticed that. But that would be a great addition. Or even a Rapier. I don't know. I like the Crow Quills. I think it's one of the better dex weapons in the game. But that's a personal opinion. You might not like it. And that's about that. And for a bow, we use the Oni's Slayer Great Bow on occasion. And for our catalysts, we use the Sorcerer's Staff for our buffs. And if we needed to use Dark Magic for a casting option, Great Soul Jugs is always a good option. Shazam. That was it. And we did rock... Oh, yeah, and we had a matching shield. Hold on. Let's get the Store Great Sword with our matching shield, because it matched the armor pretty well. We used the Golden Crest Wing Shield. And... boom. That kind of goes really well with the Wilhelm set that we're wearing right now, which ended up being our armor after we got it. But we used the Fire Witch set without the helmet for the duration of the game, and we added Carlos' pointed hat just so we could say, hey, we're an intelligence build. For our rings, the Lingering Dragon Crest ring for buffs, but if we weren't using that, I popped on the Magic Clutch ring for extra damage. I switched between The Ring of Favor, +3, and the Prisoner's Chain. Hunter's Ring was always in there just so we can get the extra dex. So extra 5 points of dex to get that extra damage in. And the Calanthe Ring, +3, and the other, well, and the Calanthe Ring, because we were majority of the game, we had the Calanthe Ring to increase our stamina regen. And our consumables, standard pines, what was it, resins, papers, knives, kukris, all that jazz. Now for our spells. So my main set, I end up picking these as my end game slots. Crystal Magic Weapon, Pestilent Mist, and Great Soul Dregs. We also use Frozen Weapon, which is also a great option just for having cold damage, because cold's pretty decent status effect. And it also worked well with the Karthus Great Curve Sword because the bleed buildup. So you kind of had two status things going on at the same time. And I do love me some Dark Edge. And our summon weapons as well, which I threw on for a while, but then they just kind of got outshined by everything else. And if we had a projectile, it was either Great Soul Arrow or Soul Spear, or the, as you can see, Great Soul Dregs. But overall, I thought this was a super duper duper fun build. Worth the time. Like I said, good in PvE, good in PvP. And I hope you have fun with it. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the footage, and I'll see you later. Peace out.